Hey Jan, this 444 video is for you. And I really can't think of a better place to tell this story in front of the Supreme Court. Because what we're talking about here is a lot of people in this community being judgmental. And what I want to tell you about, what happened to me on May 2nd, 2015 at 4:44 in the morning. And I'm going to, this is what I'm going to tell you. I think over my lifetime up until that day, that I think I spent a lifetime trying not to get drunk or use drugs or misbehave or behave. You know, I think that I struggled with alcoholism, and I kept falling back on, you know, it's a weird drug because you think it's a weird disease because you think you can master it. And so many people can have drinks and you want to be like them. But I'm going to tell you what happened to me ultimately was I drank myself to death. And at 4:44 in the morning, Charlie Wilson and I, my dog, we were about ready to go on to a walk, but it was raining. Wilson took one look at the rain, looked at me, turned around, went to bed. What did I do? I go over to the bar and make a vodka and Mike's Hard Lemonade. And I'm going to watch some Netflix. I'm going to drink that and just kind of wait for the rain to drop, you know, Netflix and chill with my own drink. But I took one sip of that drink and my body stopped. It seized up. I couldn't breathe. I started panicking. I had anxiety. I'm sweating. I'm tingling. And I looked at that drink and I said, "You have become that alcoholic that can't quit." And it's not the first time I had a moment of clarity in my life. But I'm going to tell you, if you've ever seen the movie Ghost, you know those black goblins? There was one in my basement. It got so cold you could see your breath. And I literally didn't know whether to just lay down and die. Do I call 911? Do I, you know, tough it out and get to the hospital? Because I feel terrible. I feel like something's choking me. I'm bumping into stuff, and I go in to retch in the sink. I'm going to get sick. And I look in the glass. I look in the mirror. And the Henry that I know and love was not in that mirror. It was like there was a stranger. And it was about that time, boom, a big white light. The best of my knowledge, a seraphim angel grabbed my soul out of my body. And I traveled back in time. And then I'm by myself. And I'm over on Oakley. And I'm outside my body, and I see my 3-year-old self drunk. Now, I didn't go through life as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old drunk and smoking cigarettes and playing cards. No, I wasn't that guy. But you know those little cans of Coors? I scaled the refrigerator and got a couple of those. I'm hammered. Well, what happened then? And I'm stumbling around by myself. And it's like I go through life like Scrooge. Drunkenness past. And every time every time I had a transgression, a sin, something wrong, didn't play by the rules, the pain that I felt prior to getting yanked out of my body got worse. And then I got up to drunkenness present. And I couldn't handle the pain anymore. And I'm telling you, what I'm saying to you, I know this better than, and maybe you know it, but whatever kills you, the pain of your transgression is going to be more painful. And I prayed to God. I prayed to God to take my soul because I couldn't handle the pain anymore. There were a lot of transgressions. But I'm going to tell you about the moment I literally couldn't take it anymore and prayed. It was like I got picked up by a big hand. To the best of my knowledge, I can tell you, an archangel took me up to heaven, and I'm floating up there, or close. It's not heaven, but it was like, I can't describe what it was, but I'm floating in a cloud, and I'm completely now out of pain. I can breathe again. I'm happy because I think I'm going to go to heaven. I know Bianca's going to be fine. She's a good kid. She got a key to the lockbox. But the minute I felt all great and happy and content, I floated back into my body, and I've been this Henry ever since. Jan and others have asked me to tell that story. Because what I'm telling you, old Henry died that day. He's dead, he's gone. And I've been living a whole new life. I got a second start ever since May 2nd, 2015 at 4:44 in the morning. Here I am. That's my testimony. And I don't think a better place to do it in front of the Supreme Court. Kind of interesting. The Supreme Court's made of glass houses. I don't know how to describe, you can't really put a name on what happened. I call it a transcendence. A moment of reckoning, a second chance. If you want to know more about that, I'm happy to share, but God bless you.